Alhamdulillah, wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadi alladhina istafa. To our Friday and Sunday school students, I want to share with you a very important hadith on this blessed Friday. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this given hadith is sharing such beautiful information, and as we go through this hadith today, we have to realize each one of us is going to be in a transaction, whether it is giving advice, whether it is selling a product, dealing with people. This is how life generally unfolds. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his given beautiful hadith says, "Al-Muslimu akhul Muslim." A Muslim, in essence, is supposed to be a brother and sister to a fellow Muslim. وَلَا يَحِلُّ لِمُسْلِمٍ. It is not halal and permissible for a Muslim إِذَا بَاعَ مِنْ أَخِيهِ بَيْعًا فِيهِ عَيْبٌ أَلَّا يُعِيبَ لَهُ. It is not permissible that when a Muslim transacts with another Muslim, that in this buying and selling type of transaction, that one would give that which is defective to someone else, of course, in exchange of money or in exchange of some benefit. Now I want to ask you a question. How often you and I take part in a transaction? If you are in business, you let go of a defective product, they don't know better about it. Or if you have a friend and your friend is giving you some advice, or they say to you, you know what, I will give you something and you give me something back in return. You give me advice, or you give me your bicycle, or whatever, give me a game. And you want that certain item so bad that you are willing sometimes to lie, sometimes to cheat, sometimes to be dishonest, just so you could get what you want. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, وَلَا يَحِلُّ لِمُسْلِمٍ. It is not halal for a Muslim. It is not permissible. In other words, especially a Muslim. These things are not permissible for anyone. But the one that says, I bring iman in Allah, I bring iman in Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and thereafter to sell something defective, to give something defective, to say things that are inappropriate to his fellow Muslim brother or sister without telling them precisely, look, I'm giving you something, the value of it is $100. However, because it has a defect, I'm dropping the price down to $50, and this exactly is what the defect is. Or for that matter, when you're giving advice, be honest. I'm not a professional in a given area. I have a long ways to go in this given area. However, from whatever little I know, I can share with you the following advice. However, I think you should go to so and so instead. They are better, or better yet, go to a consultant in that given field, and this way you will get much better advice than you can get from me. Now, why is this hadith very important? As I said in the beginning, each one of us is taking part in a transaction on a daily basis. From the time we get up till the time we go to bed, whether it's our families, whether it's our community, whoever it may be, we are always giving and taking. We don't look at it that way, but that's exactly what we are doing. And we don't realize that every time we hurt another Muslim or another individual, we are actually hurting ourselves. Now, this does not mean that this, what I've discussed, only applies to Muslims. No. It applies to Muslims and how we treat non-Muslims as well. As a matter of fact, many people converted to Islam because of this given hadith. When the Sahaba, meaning the companions, would travel to other countries and they would take part in transactions, they would always say that this which we are selling you, it may appear to be good, but this is a slight flaw in it. People from other nationalities, from other backgrounds, loved this quality of honesty so much that many of them would even convert to Islam. So what I'm getting here is, in honesty, there is beauty. In honesty, there is love from Allah. There is love from the Prophet ﷺ, and there is also love from the side of humanity. So next time you take part in any type of transaction, whether it is something you're getting paid for, or whether it is something you are offering to build up your business as a brand or whatever it may be, always remember the old saying, honesty is the best policy. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help all our young ones to be honest and faithful. And remember, sometimes it's a challenge to be honest and faithful, but the more you practice it, the better inshallah you will come at it. Now I'd like to read to you one surah. This is the last surah I'm going to read before we move on to other things in the following weeks. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. I just want to focus on a few letters that we read. Don't say قل أعوذ. It's not أعوذ, it's أعوذ. First alif, then the ain. قل أعوذ. قل أعوذ. And don't say zu, say dhu. Because za is a letter where you have the tongue in, but this is not a za, it's a dha. So قل أعوذ برب الناس. Ra. You won't say rab, you'll say rab. رب الناس. Then of course, ملك الناس. ملك الناس إله الناس من شر. You won't say شر, you'll say شر. من شر الوسواس خناس. من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي. Don't say الذي. Always this one is الذي. الذي يوسوس في الصدور. See, seen and صاد. Seen and صاد is different. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. صدق الله العظيم. Thank you all for joining us. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless your parents, your teachers, your community. And as always, let's keep on practicing not only our surahs, but this wonderful religion and also the wonderful things that your teachers are teaching you in class. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.